Good morning, Friday, October 18th. Just getting my glove on here because it's freezing. It's cold. It's about 30 out. Little condensation inside my tent because I just let all the heat out from my sleeping bag and everything. Rough night's sleep. I'll get to that in a minute, but hiked out of Tahoe City. Was there for a few days to didn't feel good. Was in the bathroom. And so I got out of there, didn't hike too far the first day, then made it to, there's very little water, just a lake on this section, about 20 miles. And I'm about done with it, and I wanted to get over this final climb and get closer to the next section, the sixth section out of 8. So I'm at Tahoe City to Brockway Summit, I think it's called. Brockway, and then I'll be at Brockway to Mount Rose in about a half a mile once I pack up here. It's about 8 o'clock. Got up at 8, maybe 8:30 now, I don't know. But so good hike yesterday. Got going. It was late, mostly climb. Had to get water, and I had to fill up since there's no water even coming up. I had to get 4 liters, so that's 8 pounds of water on my back, which is, it's a lot. You feel it right away. And so it was around 4:30 yesterday. I was all loaded up. I left at around 3 from the lake and made it over. Well, I was trying to decide if I should try to make it over the last mountain. I had time. I said, all right, I'm doing it. So made it over there. It was a tough little climb. I mean, it was tough. And about a mile and a half uphill. Got over that, and then I was just looking for a place to camp. And a lot of the times, you just don't know. You're looking for a flat spot. And it was very rocky. There were flat spots, or it was like a flat area, but everything was leaning. So it didn't look like any real nice, it's nicer if you find someone that's already had a fire pit and it's kind of flat and sort of manicured, if you will. But I was being picky, I guess, and pushing my luck because at that point it was around 5:30, past 5:30, and it gets dark, pitch dark before 7 now. I mean, losing light every day here. And so I kept pushing, looking for a better spot, and then I come along and I see a road, and I'm like, great, well, I've got more miles to go before the end of the summit. I'm sorry, the end of the section. And so I go across the road, go down a little bit. I'm still looking for this flat spot. Everything's rocky, and really couldn't find one. And so I'm a half a mile to the end of the trailhead where I start from Brockway, section 6 to Mount Rose. And I couldn't find anything flat. So I found this one spot. I kind of eyeballed it and kicked some dirt around and tried to make it as flat as possible, but it definitely was leaning, but more than that, just kind of lumpy and rocky, little rocks under my back all night, so just not comfortable. And I made another big mistake. Luckily I had the gear to cover for it, but that is after I left the Watson Lake, it was downhill for about 3 miles, and it's been cold. It's cold today, it's gonna be cold tomorrow. I mean, high of like 45. It's 30 now. So, and it was getting late in the day, and I was going downhill, and I was in the shade more. So I was like, I had my sweater on when I was eating lunch at Watson Lake. I said, I'll keep it on. And so I kept it on, and then when I had that climb for a mile and a half, I still had it on, and then didn't think much of it. And I was a little hot and a little hot. And so when I finally got down and found this camping spot, which really isn't one, I just made it. You can hear the traffic in the background. I'm sort of hidden from the cars, but someone would have to be pretty much looking for me to find me. But anyway, so got in and took my sweater off, and I realized my sweater is all wet, and so is the shirt, my hiking shirt, which I normally just sleep with because it's usually dry and it's long sleeve, and you don't want to carry a suitcase of clothes. And so that was wet, and so was my sweater, and it was very cold last night. So that was a stupid decision because you want your clothes to be dry. You want camp clothes to be dry. But thankfully, I got in and I have like a button-down town shirt I sort of wear. People have seen it, green checkered shirt, and put that on because it's dry. My puffy, and then someone, when I was at Tahoe City, and it's a cool city, but all these little towns, like just like Brockway or whatever, they're all run by the bros, by the people that never want to give up college life, and it's all just run by the brosters, so the shredders. And but they had this North Face jacket. It's a nice jacket. I've got one at home, actually, my mother gave me, but I didn't bring it because it's a little heavier. But they said it's been there for 2 weeks. No one's taken it. It was an extra large, and because I said, well, someone will come back for it. I don't want to take it. And they said it's been here for 2 weeks. No one's coming for it. So I was like, all right, fine. So thankfully I had it, frankly, because it definitely helped keep me warm. And not a good sleepy night. And but anyway, and I'm right outside Kings Beach, and I could have easily just hiked. It was 6:30, almost, probably 6:15 when I got in, so I had to get the spot to set up my camp. But I could have easily gone to the road up here I can hear, about a half mile, and hitched into Kings Beach, got a place, stayed warm, and it just sucks you in. And I need to wrap this up, so I humped all that water and everything. So I just said I'm not going in, and that's it. So basically, I'm gonna probably wear my that wet undershirt I have on my hiking shirt. It's long sleeve, and I might throw my puffy on top of it just to stay warm in the morning. Throw my sweater on top of my bag, let that dry out in the sun, and avoid that mistake tonight. I'll take my puffy off if it gets, it's going to get up to, it says 45-ish. So take my puffy off and hopefully dry out the old hiking shirt as well. But that's about all I got. Yeah, it was a good hike yesterday. Just wasn't feeling it 2 days ago. Happens when you leave town, it seems like. So, just getting on my way here. It's gonna be cold tonight, today, tomorrow, and then it's gonna start warming up, and then in like 3 or 4 days, it's gonna get up to like 65. So that'll be nice. Water's a concern going forward, so I have to lug a lot of water around, which is uncomfortable, but I gotta do it, and that's about all I got for now. So that's it. Thanks.